Other interesting cultural news, you have Meta, aka the Facebook and Instagram, going to implement new community notes policies instead of their third-party fact checkers on their platform. You also have their chief of global affairs praising the X Notes idea. This is reposted thanks to Elon Musk, in which he says, quote, cool. Is actually a repost of this at TikTok saying, quote, Meta's new chief of global affairs, Joe Kaplan, praises X community note system while breaking down Meta's new platform shift towards free speech. And interestingly enough, this is coming to us thanks to Fox Business, Fox News, which, again, I'm still shocked Fox still exists.
Meta's Chief Global Affairs Officer, Joel Kaplan, joins us live here on the couch. Joel, welcome.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Steve. Great to be here on the couch on Fox and Friends.
It's great to have you here. Okay, so you are announcing these big changes as of 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
If you're making big changes, does that mean you were doing something wrong before?
Look, this is a great opportunity for us to reset the balance in favor of free expression.
Yes.
As Mark says in that video, what we're doing today is we're getting back to our roots in free expression. There's a number of changes we're making, but if I could, and just highlight three.
Yep.
First is, as you heard, we're eliminating the third-party fact-checking system.
Finally.
Well-intentioned at the outset, but there's just been too much political bias in what they choose to fact-check and how, so we're just scrapping it entirely.
What do you mean? You mean you?
The fact-checkers.
You set up your, but they're yours.
Well,
right?
so the idea was they're independent fact checkers, but they've just been too biased. And so what we're going to do instead is adopt a system like X has of community notes. So we're just going to rely on our own community of users to provide people more information about what they're seeing. And we think that's going to work great.
So give us an example. If the headline is Donald Trump won the presidency, then anyone in the community can write notes underneath it?
Yeah, great question. So somebody can write a note, and then the way it works is different people on the platform can sort of vote on that note. And if you get people who usually disagree, who all say, yeah, that sounds right, then that note gets put on the post and people see it. X has been doing it for a while. We think it's working really well, and we're going to adopt that system.
So, and what are the other ones? I know you want to go.
Yeah, thank you. So the second one is about the rules that govern content on our platform. They've just become too restrictive over time about what people can say, including about those kind of sensitive topics that you mentioned that people want to discuss and debate: immigration,
Hunter Biden laptop story,
gender. We want to make it so that, bottom line, if you can say it on TV, you can say it on the floor of Congress, you certainly ought to be able to say it on Facebook and Instagram without fear of censorship. So we're changing those rules. And then the last thing, if I could, we're also going to change how we enforce the rules. And we're going to make it so that there's way less over-enforcement and way fewer mistakes.
Facebook jail is real. We'll see. Again, apologies, not feeling 110% this week. Definitely have a little bit of the sniffles, so to say. And this web pre-file got 2.4 million views as well as 15,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Libs of TikTok saying, quote, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, getting 548 likes. Also have John Strand saying, quote, Zuck is a fraud. Thankfully, X is not. We must fight to keep it the free highway. Getting 33 likes. We also have Chris Fernandez saying, quote, Meta ended fact-checking and adopted X community notes is poetic. The platform that once suppressed speech now takes notes from the one that set it free. Innovation leads, imitation follows. Getting 14 likes. I mean, I also don't think it's I don't think it's a coincidence that they're doing it because at the same time that Trump won the presidential election. Again, if Kamala won, there's no way Facebook would be doing this. Again, Tim Walz, the weirdo from Minnesota, and well, I guess now famously known as being a failed VP candidate. Well, he famously said there's no guarantee of free speech. There's nothing that guarantees free speech. Which he's a Democrat, so yeah, he's probably never actually read the Bill of Rights or the Constitution or any meaning founding fathers documents, yet along the Bill of Rights, and yet. Yeah, he specifically said, oh yeah, you know, disinformation isn't covered and hate speech isn't covered, which, again, hate speech is disgusting, but it's still covered by free speech. And one could argue that's speech that needs to be protected because the controversial speech is the one that's most likely to be censored, to be bullied, and to be attempted to be hidden. And also, it's worth noting that most of the things that they call hate speech is a speech that they hate. We'll do, see, so far, no contrarian comments here. We also have Adam Linsky saying, quote, thank you, Elon, for showing others the way forward. To reduce global mass censorship, we must fight back. Free speech is a human right. Free speech, win-win. And this picture of him in front of Trump Tower getting 22 likes. So definitely some good news for free speech. Now, again, every couple of years, Mark Zuckerberg claims to be all about free speech. And this seems to be a national policy change. So again, in previous years, he's given accolades and he said that now there's some action. we'll see, how the plans are executed and how it really comes to fruition. That being said, I know a lot of people in the Facebook jail these days is a very high recidivism rate, unfortunately. But let me know, do you think Facebook will finally become like it was way back in the day? I mean, I certainly don't think it'll be as free as a Call of Duty lobby. I mean, nothing's that much. There's not any greater free speech than that in terms of how bombastic it could be. But let me know thoughts, because as always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.